So would I.
Yes, mate. Thank you very much.
Top man, thank you. That's a lovely size screen as well. Thank you.
Prefer it to be bigger or not?
That's great, mate.
Sure.
Right,
We can open it.
are you going to say I've got a 60 inch? No, that's brilliant. Thank you. Really cool.
We've got the slightly bigger one. Not with us, but I mean future reference. So would you prefer a bigger one?
Well, sometimes for whisper, you get one about that fucking big, don't you? It's like, what am I going to do with that? But that's perfect. Really good. Thank you.
Oh,
Thank you.
vitamins from here as well, because I don't want to do that. I mean, obviously, these 5 o'clock.
Only a few more hours left.
Do you want a vision with me? Yeah.
Yeah, why not? Do you want to go on plan?
No.
Could you do the 2?
Yeah. I'll give you a stream deck and you can just press 1, 2, 3. I'll move the camera.
I'll do it all. I'll do anything. Yeah, mental.
Winding to gear and drive to the line. And Cardiff are streaking across. Welcome back, everybody. Bucks Super Rugby is back underway.
Hello and welcome to Cardiff Arms Park, where we are here for one of the highlights of the Bucks rugby calendar. Today, Cardiff Met face Cardiff University in the Cardiff Clash, and up for grabs not only those crucial league points, but of course bragging rights in this city, because whoever wins today will be crowned the kings and queens of Cardiff. To talk about today's match, I'll be joined by former Wales women's captain Siwan Lillicrab and Mr Bucks Rugby himself, Dave Rogers. But before we chat about today's game, here's the captain's quickfire, where they tell us a bit of a unique insight into their teams.
Met, Cardiff Clash. I love walk to walk, that's my favourite takeaway. Chinese. Lucy Sennick, without a doubt.
I was going to think Molly Reardon is the messiest on the team, yeah.
I'm going to go Cara Ottaway.
Best dressed, I would say Sarah Singleton. Tough, resilient, dominant.
Passionate, exciting, Welsh.
Yeah?
No, yeah, not the camera.
Not the camera and me.
Molly.
Owen, great to see you. How are you feeling about today's match?
Yeah, good. Obviously, really excited just to play in such an, an illustrious ground as this. Yeah, looking forward again just to see how we can finish the year off. Really, yeah.
It's been a tricky couple of rounds for you. So, what's it been like with the girls this week?
Yeah, it's been really good actually. The mentality's been really good, upbeat. Even coming off a couple of the scorelines that we've had. I mean, we obviously reflect on performance more than scorelines, but obviously they've been quite heavy. But we've just been looking forward to focusing on this. Yeah. Hopefully put a few things right and show some people how well we can play when we get it right.
Of course. Now, you mentioned playing in this stadium. It's a fantastic environment, isn't it? We're expecting many fans here today. How much will today's game be about controlling the environment?
Yeah, definitely. It's obviously different types of pressure that the girls will put on themselves, probably more than anything external. But yeah, hopefully, once the first 5-10 minutes are gone, they can just treat it as another game of rugby, really. Yeah.
And Cardiff Met is a big rival, local rival, of course. What have you been focusing on in training to prepare for this match?
I mean, again, just focusing on us more than anything. Obviously, we've reviewed the first game we played against them start of the season, you know, and a couple of their games leading up to this. For us, it's probably matching up to them physically as much as we can. I think that was probably the one thing that we fell off a little bit in the first game. You know, we didn't compete for the full 80 minutes. So it's definitely something we've spoken about, is just being in the fight for a bit longer, yeah.
So can we expect a very physical encounter today?
I mean, not the way we tried to play. We'll try and play expansively. But I just think, yeah, if there are contact areas, then hopefully we'll be looking to compete, make good decisions around that area, yeah.
Great, well, best of luck today. Thank you.
Thanks very much.
Hi Lisa, great to see you. When we caught up a couple of weeks ago, you said that this season was proving to be fiercely competitive. Just how competitive is today's match?
Do you know what? I think with the Cardiff sort of rivalry, it's always going to be super competitive, and I think we got a little taste of it in the first clash of the season. But you know, as a Christmas special almost, we're getting it again. So yeah, I think everyone is well up for this, and I think it's going to be a really competitive encounter.
For your team, how much of it is that you're established in this league, and Cardiff are the new kids on the block, and you're defending your league really? Is there anything is that building into the atmosphere a bit?
I think yeah, there's probably a competitive, like a welcome to the league. Probably, I think that we definitely got that feel from the first game. I think the occasion was something that we've not been used to either. So you know, playing here, the crowds, all the rest of that. But I think that as the season builds now, there's a shift in our focus, and it becomes a lot more about us, and we're not necessarily so triggered by external factors. So yeah, very focused on us and our performance in this.
How difficult is it to focus on your own team when you're in an environment like this, which is going to be very loud later? So have you been talking to your players at all about how to manage this environment?
I think, I guess this is our third sort of doubleheader of the season. So we obviously had Clash and we had the Hartbury doubleheader. So I think the girls are probably accustomed to the distractions that they might encounter through this, and we have talked through, you know, some of the things they might hear during the game and things like that. So yeah, we're well prepared in terms of what distractions it could be, and we've sort of come up with coping mechanisms around that as well. Yeah.
And looking at the actual on-pitch rugby, what have you been focusing on to prepare to face Cardiff?
What have we been focusing on? Again, it's about our performance. We've got our systems and things in place that we want to see working, and we want to see the execution of them as well. We want to put some points on the board and put on a show as well, being in Cardiff Arms Park. But for us, again, if we're talking about how we want to play rugby, we'd like to see some open, sexy rugby.
Great. Well, we look forward to seeing it. Thank you very much and best of luck.
Thank you very much.
As promised there then, some sexy rugby coming our way. Remember, this isn't just the only match day, we have a double header. But first of all, the women are about to line up for what is going to be an explosive Cardiff Clash. Siwan Lillicrap, former Wales captain, will be talking you through today's game. But first of all, here's Dave Rogers.
Open, sexy rugby. Great news, you've got an open, sexy commentary team as well. Great to have your company wherever you're watching around the world. Cardiff Arms Park, the lights are on, the sun is coming down. We've got a great pre-Christmas double header. Siwan, the last time I saw you play here was in a Wales jersey against Japan. You had a stormer that day, and I could tell how much it meant to you and the rest of the Wales team to be out here at a spiritual home of women's rugby really now. What do you think it's going to mean to these young players to step out today?
Yeah, I think you're right, Dave. It's become a spiritual home of Wales women's rugby. You know, it's been their home for a while now, and where the turnaround in that women's game happened. I remember that autumn campaign very well. So for these girls today, they would have been here over the last few years watching Wales women perform, change their story, change their narrative in the professionalism of the game. So this ground means a lot to these girls, and there's a lot of pathway players in this squad that will be looking for both sides to put in a performance today and to impress.
Well, let's talk about the pathway then, because it's an incredibly busy season for a lot of these players. It's been non-stop since the university term kicked off, and there's a huge gap between now and when they pick up Bucks rugby again at the end of February, because a lot of these players are going to be involved in the Celtic Challenge. You'll have seen them at the trials recently. It's exciting times for young Welsh women in rugby.
Yeah, super excited. I look at the programmes now that are in place. You know, the development has happened over the last 2 years, but 12 months in particular is massive. There's opportunities to play. There's good quality competitions in this league. Number one, 2 Welsh sides in the top Bucks League is phenomenal. But Celtic Challenge kicking off. A lot of the Cardiff girls and Cardiff Met girls will be involved in both those sides, and it just shows the growth, the development, and the opportunity these girls have got. And again, probably both sets of players looking to put their hands up, because I'm sure Celtic Challenge coaches will be watching again today.
But Cardiff Uni out first. They're led by Zoe Dick, wearing number 8 today, but she's a really experienced forward in this team. Played in the second row when they defeated Swansea in the varsity on this hallowed artificial turf at Cardiff Arms Park, but they proudly wear the Cardiff University red. They'll have set different targets today, perhaps, to those in the maroon of the Archers, but they'll certainly be looking to put forward a great display in front of the crowds that have come, and in front of you watching from the warmth of your homes, wherever you are around the world. And I say that a few times because I know we've got a global audience. Do get in touch if you can and tell us where you are watching from, if it isn't Cardiff, because it's great to have you on board, and hopefully you'll be joining us for this women's clash and the men's Bucks Super Rugby clash that kicks off at 7 o'clock local time. Cardiff Met, of course, top of the tree at the moment because of the way the season has been scheduled. The chasing pack have got games in hand, so they'll be looking to get 5 points on the board and go into Christmas at the top of the Women's National League Christmas tree. It's Cardiff University in the red, Cardiff Met in the maroon. The referee's whistle goes and the Cardiff Clash is underway. That is a first touch for Nicole Marlowe, wearing 10 for Cardiff Met today. Tremendous sporting background from her. She's not been playing rugby long, but she has just settled into the outside half spot. Cultured kicking game. And that's the first time we've seen it, putting that one into space. Eleanor Hing gathers. She's one of the more experienced in the Cardiff Uni team. She finds Poppy Newman on the right wing. Niamh Roberts on the left. They decided a shirt swap just before the game, so thank you very much for the update. Big bump there on Lily Jones. But it's been turned over.
High shot there. Cardiff penalty. Cardiff actually looking comfortable in defence then. Some good tackles, good structure.
But
need the tackler to dip out, guys, okay?
An early penalty and a chance for territory here.
Thanks, Neil.
And our first
Let's
look
put
at
you
the
here,
set
please, mate.
piece.
Put you there.
Ella Oldfield at hooker today. Experience at both codes. Played North Wales Crusaders Rugby League up in Wrexham. Plenty of transferable skills, but this isn't one of them. Good clean ball. Lucy Senak. And in midfield they find Lily Jones.
Leave now! Leave now!
Here's another one with varsity experience. And that is a first touch
No
for Mary
issues,
Heflin. Talked about her making her debut today in the 10 jersey
No lift there,
at Arms Park. She's been around in the second team, but getting a go in the ones today. Half charge down, opens up to Niamh Roberts.
Leave now!
Hold. Some good phase play here for Cardiff University. It's something that Owen's talked about. They've gone through the phase as well. They're growing in patience and confidence.
Okay.
There are just these short periods of time where their concentration goes, and that's where they get put away against these top teams.
Yeah, definitely. But you know what we've seen is a huge amount of growth in Cardiff University since they've been in this National League. The way they're playing, the way.
Oh goodness me! I thought it was on there. Niamh Roberts.
Advantage. Okay, back the other, please, guys. Holding on.
Yeah, Cardiff Uni going through some good phases of play there, keeping ball. Unfortunately, not really getting over the gain line, but good patience, good skill level, and doing exceptionally well. I actually thought maybe that pen was a bit harsh, but you know, showing great patience and keeping possession for the first 2.5 minutes of this game.
So it'll be Cardiff Met with their first opportunity now from the set piece platform.
Let's put you there, please.
Rosie Carr at hooker today. Her twin Katie on the tight head side, Erica Kissinger on the loose head side.
Hey, hold.
Really experienced, an interesting makeup of the front row. Kissinger, an 8th generation Texan, who over Christmas is going back to the USA to be part of an Eagles camp, so that's a really exciting time for her. Oh, this is an excellent line. Danai Mugabe making her return from injury. One of the most versatile players in the Cardiff Met jersey, maybe in the league as well. She's popped up pretty much everywhere on the pitch at some point. Met here, playing with an advantage. Lead scrum half.
Okay, no advantage, there's no roll here, we'll come back. Need a roll out, please. The players flop back into the break.
Just looking across this team sheet, particularly on the Cardiff Met side. Well, more on that later, because Maisie Davis has decided she's going to go. There's Danai Mugabe. Still going Cardiff Met. First journey into the 22.
Advantage, side entry.
Another advantage. Penalties becoming a problem here for Cardiff University.
Side entry. In the side.
Discipline costing. Oh, Danai. Thought she was going to go again there. She's a real live wire. She gets her hands on the ball.
Yeah, great player. We've seen her make a line break just a few phases ago. Dynamic, fast, explosive, powerful. You know, she's been a great player for Cardiff Met this year, but yeah, hopefully we'll see her feature in the Celtic Challenge as well, but what a threat she is.
So Rosie Carr.
Yeah, no problem.
What's that, 10 metres from the line. One thing we do need for a game of rugby though, and that's a ball.
Might help, Dave.
Yeah. Time off.
Yeah, Cardiff Met looking to install some tempo in this game.
Have you called
we
the
can
number,
see
guys?
Danai looking to go fast
Six
from that last
then.
penalty.
Six
Quick tap from the penalty before. So really trying to install tempo in early to this
game. You
game.
can't have more. Yeah, you can have fewer, but you can't have more. Okay, time on.
Oh, it's overthrown, but it is with Mugabe. But it's been knocked on. And that's a lucky escape for Cardiff University.
Yeah, overthrow there. Was a lift, the jump right. I'd like to see that back.
Let's
but,
take our time then, folks.
lucky escape there from Cardiff. We'll see how the scrum goes now. First scrum of the day.
Stay up, let's take our time.
See who's got the upper hand here. Who's going to plant the seed in the referee's mind from the offset.
Crouch. Bind. Set.
Good pressure by Met. And they've won the penalty. Looked like the referee was doing front crawl then as he's changed his mind too. Originally the left arm's gone up, but I thought it was going to be a uni penalty. It's gone over.
Yeah.
Doing his YMCA.
Yeah, looks like Cardiff Met have been working on that scrum process, that call when the ball went in, and the trigger, all moving in sync forward, putting a huge amount of pressure on Cardiff University.
Okay. Hold a minute, hold a minute.
They've opted for
Let's get a bigger
scrum.
gap than this. This is, you're going to struggle here, okay? Just get a slightly bigger gap.
Maisie Davis at number 8 today for Cardiff Met. Herself coming back from injury. This is her first start. She got some game time against Edinburgh. I think Cardiff Met will be so keen for a good start here because they had a humbling experience up in Edinburgh last week. Weren't expecting to lose that game. Here's Davis going up the short side, finding Singleton. Good cover tackle on her.
Good. Leave it now, you're off your feet. Leave it now.
Again,
Leave
Cardiff
it
Met
now.
in a great position.
Step back, please.
Looking
Step back,
for
step
try
back.
number 1 in this Cardiff Clash.
Come back, foot.
Slow meters being made. Mugabe, great burst of pace, takes the defenders over the line, and Danai Mugabe opens the scoring here at Cardiff Arms Park.
Yeah, both of you need you to.
Yeah, it was always going to start with Danai, I think, wasn't it? But just showing her power, her explosiveness again in that contact area, winning that collision and getting over for that try.
Her gas off the mark, even in a confined space like that, is exceptional.
Yeah, it is. You know, she's a powerful individual. Hard to bring down when you're that explosive. You know, there's a couple of Cardiff defenders there, but she definitely won that collision and that dominance. She's been a huge threat for Cardiff Met this season, getting them on front foot, making line breaks, finishing off tries, playing a lot in the wide channels. So a huge benefit to Cardiff Met. But yeah, Cardiff University started off well with keeping possession and defended some well in phases, but discipline probably has allowed Cardiff Met into the game and been rewarded with that try.
Marlowe, first shy at the stumps from her today. Good strike. Great result. Cardiff Met 7, Cardiff 0.
Yeah, like you were saying earlier, Dave, Nicole Marlowe's been a great addition to this Cardiff Met side. New to rugby, background in netball and football, I believe, so it's got a good kicking game, a well-rounded athlete. But obviously the game of rugby is a complicated game, but developing and growing all the time, and has maintained that starting 10 shirt for this Cardiff Met team throughout the season.
Well, this ball situation needs to be a bit better. So Lucy Senak, you'll see her at scrum half there, and she's got the gloves on. And she won't tell anybody why she's got the gloves on. So I want to come up with a few theories here. And my main one is that she has got a hand tattoo and won't tell her parents.
It's a good theory, Dave. Or is she engaged and doesn't want to take
Oh, maybe,
away
yeah, that could be it. That could be it.
Tackle now!
So let's
Yeah,
start the
she's
rumour
trying
mill
to
going.
roll
Why
you
is
along,
Lucy
please.
wearing the gloves and why won't she? Oh, that is a big shot. Goodness me. Heavy carrying from Cardiff Met. And again, Mugabe manages to get over the game line, but the ball
just touch then. Okay?
wheels
Thank
out
you.
into touch.
Yeah, it was a great carry there by one of the Carr twins. I couldn't quite see which one. They're identical twins, and when you see them in the distance and play very similar, but one's a hooker, one's a prop.
She's just rolled for
Great physicality, sitting down there.
Well, they've both been
Lucy.
involved in your Wales age group things, haven't you? You've worked closely with quite a few of the players on either side here.
Yeah, I have. Both the Cars going to Canada in the summer for the under-20 summer tour. Exceptional individuals, huge amount of talent, and really committed players.
It's good work there from Newman to find Hing. Hing back in field. Excellent feet. Takes Cardiff up to halfway. Senak, bit of a loose ball, but picked up by Tromans. She puts that into space. The chase is good, but Cardiff Met equal to it. Marlowe twists and turns and finds the floor. Cardiff Met can rebuild. All confident on the ball.
Hold.
10 minutes gone, just the one score. Could open up here though for Darren Mugabe. Passes that off the right hand into space. And the referee says forward pass.
Passes forward here. Okay, here. Here's my mark there.
And we go back for the scrum.
Cardiff Met looking to move the ball from end to end.
Okay, passes forward.
Get the ball in the winger's hands. As
Thank you for the
as
call,
I
that's
said
great.
earlier, you can see Mugabe in the wide channels.
Passes forward, yeah.
Good reaction there by Savannah Picken-Powell. Forward pass there.
Someone put a great big white line in the way, so you can see exactly where that was forward. The key here for Cardiff Uni, get it in, get it out.
Set.
Yeah, definitely.
Hold.
2 scrums, 2 penalties. Cardiff Met
Just let them get up, please.
not away.
Okay.
Maisie
Not
Davis
supporting our body weight, guys.
just wants to get
Drive's
her hands
legal,
on
we're
the
just
ball.
not supporting our body weight.
Yeah, Cardiff Uni having a bit of a tough time in the scrum there. Experienced, really, front row for Cardiff Met. With Erica, Rosie and Katie.
Okay,
and
Neil,
obviously
thanks.
worked a lot on their processes.
Okay, let's put you there, Cardiff.
As soon as that ball's come in, trigger, you can hear Cardiff Met's call. Cardiff Uni need to
We're happy with the position. Neil, we
combat
okay?
that with winning that shot a little bit more.
It's a strange game sometimes, isn't it? Because it was their error that led to that scrum, but they've ended up 20 metres further down the pitch as a result.
Offside.
But an advantage here for Cardiff Uni to try and do something with, trying to get it to that edge.
Offside.
But we'll go back for the penalty. And they've got plenty of options here.
Here we are.
Cardiff Uni, but I don't think they'll take a scrum.
We're offside in midfield, guys, never behind the backside.
One they might avoid, Dave. Middle of the field, quite a big kick to touch. Be interesting to see what they do here.
The breakdown, yeah.
Looks like they might tap and play. Yeah.
Yeah, Zoe Deer wants to go, and she wants to find her back row partner. That's Lily Jones. Good carry from Jones. Somerset County player. Good. Nice delivery from Senak, but good defensive pressure from Cardiff Met. Forces the knock on.
So we got 2 knock-ons knocked down on the floor as well. First knock-in is by Red, second is by Met. Okay.
You talked a lot about Met, but there are a few players in the university team who've impressed you when they've come to train with the Wales age groups too.
Yeah, definitely. You know, I spoke earlier about Ellie Tromans. Playing 12 today is normally 13, but is a huge talent. Just come back from Dubai Sevens and playing with an invitational team out there, but is a massive talent. Is one of the stars out in Canada on the Canada tour. So some real talent in that side as well, and you know, Owen's doing a great job in developing these girls through, and we see a huge improvement in how they're playing from week 1 to where we are today.
Cardiff Met looking to go again, building inside the Cardiff half, and they've got outside as well. Amy Williams waiting out there on the edge, having a check in field, but getting away. Williams looking for the pass over the top, finding Barnes.
They come back foot now, leave!
And Cardiff Met back into the 22. Last time they were here, it ended with a 7-pointer. Look at that from Davis, direct.
More!
Straight over the top for opposite number. This time, Katie Carr.
Roll away!
Driven forward by Poppy Ellis.
Poppy Ellis takes release! You can't roll your pin,
6
that's
metres
fine.
out. Mugabe again. Just so quick off the mark. She's on the tackle list so quickly. Inside ball could do it. They might not need it. But it's been spilled forward in the contact. And Cardiff University hanging on by the skin of their teeth.
Yeah, it's tough, isn't it? You've got some really physical Met players there running hard lines at Cardiff University, but fronting up. But the difference at the moment, I feel, Dave, is the physicality, the gain line that Cardiff Met are getting in compared to Cardiff University. So I think that's an area of the game, really. Cardiff need to meet them in that physical battle to be in this game today.
Well, the last scrum was a little bit more solid for Cardiff Uni, but I think on their put-in, the pressure might come in on. It comes in early. They've timed that well. It's spilled out the side. And they're back within a metre. Mugabe, she's going to go again. Oh, she's just short. It's close.
Release now!
The referee says short. But an unplayable ball comes back Cardiff Met's way.
Can I just check?
I'm not sure what happened there.
Are we happy whether the ball came out there?
I'm not sure what happened there.
But it's fine, yeah, okay, scrum is fine. Just checking, guys. Yes, scrum. So, as far as I could see, the ball wasn't coming, that's why we stopped. Make sure we hold this straight.
I thought that might have been held up over the try line, Dave. I'm not sure. The ball wasn't coming back, but that Cardiff Met scrum.
So have our seconds in then, please. Give me a second.
I'm not sure what happened there, but
okay,
to be fair, good fronting up there from Cardiff University on their try line.
Set.
Again, Maisie Davis and Seren Singleton might fancy this at the blind side. There's loads of space. There's Davis. Singleton out to the edge and over.
Yeah, I'm happy with the grounding there.
First phase try, so much space. Cardiff Met composed. They go over for the second score.
There's no difference.
Yeah, well played there by Cardiff Met. You know, dominant in the scrum, but I love the way they didn't just want to keep the ball in there. They wanted to play. Maisie Davis playing number 8 today for Cardiff Met. Here she goes, peels off the scrum, offload out the back. Lovely offload. I don't know where she's learnt that, but really well done, Maisie Davis, and a great finish on the wing.
I'm on the line.
Yeah, opened the cat flap there, didn't she?
Yeah, tucked the ball in the cap flap, and a great offload, to be fair to her.
Well, it's not happened immediately for them, but that is 2 visits to the 22 and 2 tries for Cardiff Met.
Yeah, like you say, it hasn't happened easy for them dear. There's been quite a few errors out there. Cardiff University are fronting up. When they've got the ball, they're patient with it, just maybe not have had enough of the ball. But the physical battle, the dominance of the physicality that Cardiff Met are imposing on this Cardiff University side is prominent at the moment.
Conversion unsuccessful. Cardiff 0, Cardiff Met 12 here at the Arms Park. Beautiful conditions for the time of year, because we have had some absolute stinkers, haven't we, where the rain comes in this part of town. But right now it is cool. There's not a lot of breeze out there. Most importantly, it's dry. As a result, we're seeing some good rugby. Game restarted again. Picton Powell wearing 12 today.
Yeah, Savannah was part of the under-18s last year. Unfortunately, picked up a
on
long-term injury.
Mugabe's away. She stepped. Senak and Mugabe approaching the 22. Cardiff getting back in numbers. Excellent tackle. Eleanor Hing, probably a try-scoring tackle from the fullback, but Cardiff Met straight back on it.
That's outstanding by Emma Hing there. Mugabe is a fast, strong
Roll
player,
out.
but what a cover tackle in defence.
Straight back up to the 22. Usually only means one thing. Good line to straighten up by Poppy Ellis. Go up the short side again.
Leave it then, guys.
Charlie Cornwall getting a bit stuck in, but it's going to open up here for Amy Williams. Another good tackle by Hing. And then over the ball goes Neve Roberts.
Here we go.
Well, that is 2 tackles in less than a minute by Eleanor Hing that have kept the score at 12-0.
No advantage there,
That's been outstanding by Hing there. The work rate, her speed to get back and cover and make those tackles. Fair play to her.
Scrum
She
is
has
called.
stopped 2 try-scoring
Scrum is
opportunities there. Those are the moments that make a difference to a side. A player that's willing to dig that deep, work that hard back on 2 occasions to make that tackle.
Well, she's another of the players who was over in Dubai having a lovely time with the Savvy Panthers.
Take our time, Cardiff. Stay up a minute, please.
Managed to finish 3rd in the open competition.
Jealous of all these people that
I
have lovely
know.
sunshine in Dubai.
I know, there's me and you in gloves, and big coats and scarves and all sorts.
Set!
Yeah.
They're superb that they're taking advantage of these opportunities. Just go and play. Another dominant scrum from Met.
Reset.
But if, Amy Williams and a few of the Met lot, they went to play for the Ird as well over in Dubai. I like to think that somebody got the job as Mr. Ird and was just going over looking like a big traffic cone in green, red and white.
I hope someone did do that out there, you know?
Yeah. You'd be hot, mind, wouldn't you?
It would be hot.
Yeah. For those of you who aren't of a Welsh disposition, watching in England or someone else, just Google image Mr. Ird and you'll know exactly what we're talking about. Met back up to the 22. Here's Marlowe on the wraparound to create some space, but that's good defensive work by Tromans to stop that at source. Now Williams off her wing again, so incisive Williams. Great power, great offload, and it's try number 3. Tal Barnes goes over for 17-0, but that was all about the work to get the ball to her.
Yeah, definitely. It's good to see Amy Williams coming off her wing, looking for work in that midfield. Got the ball, broke a defender, and then Tal Barnes finishing off the goods. But that was really good play there by Met. I think Met tried a bit of a wrap-around play. Marlowe got caught, but then still ran through and looked at the picture in front of them and utilised the ball they had. There you go, second phase. Amy Williams popping up as first receiver, obviously come round for the play. Broke the first tackle and then a great offload in the tackle to Tal Barnes to get over for their 3rd try.
Mugabe with the first, Isla Craig with the second, Tal Barnes with the 3rd. They're using the width, certainly not making the conversions the easiest for Marlowe.
No, they're not, are they? Big kick here. But I think she's got it in her locker. She's got it in her range.
Well, as we mentioned, she strikes a great ball. Oh, that's just missed on the near side. The score remains Cardiff 0, Cardiff Met 70.
Yeah, Cardiff Met moving the ball really well, taking their opportunities when they're available. It's tough for Cardiff Uni, but I'd like just to see them get a little bit more possession. A little bit more possession, keeping hold of it and pressing down in Cardiff Met's side rather than playing all their rugby up in their side.
Rosie Carr retakes that. I'd like to say hello to, we got some top rugby players watching actually, not just on comms, Shuan. Max Narji absolutely loves it. Get well soon, Max. Great to have you on board. Hopefully you're going to be with us for the men's game later as well. We take her up and join us in commentary, but there's a lot of steps up to the commentary position in Cardiff Arms Park, and I'm not sure you're up to it at the moment.
Yeah, get well soon, Max. Thanks for tuning in.
That's right, you're pinned, don't worry.
I wish you could hear what you were saying about him earlier, Shu. Anyway, here's Eleanor Hing.
He'd switch straight off.
Play it, no, play not
picked that up very well, Hing. Chance to do something with the ball in hand now after this great defensive work.
Leave now, hold.
It's been a bit of a shining light in these opening 24 minutes for Cardiff University, Hing. Versatile player in the back line. She played at 12 in the varsity. She played on the wing the one before. It's Tromans. Excellent feet. Lovely step off the left. Brought down by Marlowe.
Gone back.
Just a little bit loose. That's Mary Heflin, the debutante.
I've got to go somewhere.
Another chip into space. Cardiff Uni trying to play some rugby here. It's Katie Mackay chasing back. Now Tal Barnes. This is so much better from Cardiff.
Hing's put in some work, and she.
She's a good player. Came through the Surrey age groups. She's the president of the club. Obviously very important to this Cardiff University operation.
Charge down, play on.
Charge down's a good one.
Gone back.
Cardiff being given the benefit of the doubt in terms of whether it's gone forward or back. And here is Charlie Cornwall.
High.
Advantage for the high tackle.
That's forward. We'll come back for the penalty. 3 is high.
Bit better from Cardiff Uni.
Okay.
Keeping a bit more possession. Variation of the game. Couple of kicks in there. But need to stay patient. They've got some good players. Hing getting involved in the game. Tromans with the footsteps. And I'm actually really impressed with Lucy Sennick's delivery from 9. Really good pass, fast delivery.
14 to go.
She is one of the players who's been playing for a long time. She's been with Horsham RFC since she was 5. Sussex age groups, and having a few players like that in the squad. We talked about the job that Owen's doing and bringing a lot of new players through. But to have some consistency, to know you're going to be getting great delivery from the base all the time can make a big difference.
Let's go then.
And their response since conceding that third try, Cardiff, has been exemplary.
Time on.
Definitely, and you know it's important that Cardiff try and stay up in this National League this year, because you know we've seen the growth so far. I've mentioned it a couple of times, but also then the players that want to play at the top university level might look to come to university, get a bit more experience within that squad. You know, it's not something that happens overnight, but you've seen these players come through now, but also what additions can come next year will be a huge gain for them.
Bit of territory here for Cardiff. Oldfield needs to find the jumper. It does find Dig. Good quick ball off the top, and Heflin
gone back.
Again tossed into midfield, backwards, then forwards.
Okay, we're offside, I'm afraid, you're in front.
Oh, that's frustrating there for Cardiff. Managed to get through some good phases, and then to cough up the ball that easily. Need to stay switched on.
Well, we got more gas out wide here for Cardiff Met. This is exceptional pace, exceptional strength. And the offload, oh my goodness me! Danae Mugabe closing in on try number 4. It's gone backwards, but still on. And then on this left wing, Finishing off a brilliant try is Amy Williams, but the work between Craig and Mugabe in the build-up, some of the finest rugby we'll see in the Women's National League all season.
Yeah, that was nice, wasn't it? Craig and Mugabe. I thought maybe Cardiff Met just made a bit of an error, but here we see from the offload, Mugabe, Sarah Singleton, first arriving player. Thought they might have messed it up then, but to be fair, Maisie Davis, good reaction, getting the ball away. Tal Barnes and Amy Williams, good feet to finish it off.
She's had a good 5 or 6 minutes, Amy Williams, hasn't she?
Well, time check of the coaches.
Yeah, she's a great player. You know, she again won that was involved in the pathway last year under 20s, but unfortunately picked up an injury in a training game against Scotland. So missed the tour to Canada, but an exceptional individual. Reasonably new to rugby as well, Dave. Football background, but she's got a lot of talent, got a lot of skill about her, and hopefully another one that we'll see appear in Celtic Challenge this year as well.
Go from the other side this time for Marlowe. 1 from 3 so far. All of the tries coming out on the edge. Oh, a good strike. Just short.
Unlucky. It's a great strike, to be fair to her. Just short, on target, Dave. And you know, she's reaping the benefits, new to rugby, but Eleanor Snowsill now coaching, assistant coach here with the Met side, but leading on the Player Development Centre at Cardiff Met. So she's probably tapping into Eleanor Snowsill's expertise and resource, which is a huge benefit to Cardiff Met and Marlowe there.
What an opportunity to work with one of the best. Cardiff Uni, restart again. Oh, they've got the ball back from the restart as well. Who else? Eleanor Hing. Lovely dummy thrown there by Lily Jones. She's into the 22. They've got the penalty advantage too, Cardiff. Can they make something stick here? First real opportunity to do so. Ella Oldfield.
Advantage offside.
Picked up by Heflin. Good hands from her down low. Cleo Turley. That was good defensive pressure from Cardiff. Now will come back for the penalty. But even right out there on the edge, the line speed for Met, very good.
Yeah, very good. But what we've seen just before that, Cardiff University imposing their physicality, moving the ball a little bit more. We've seen the dummy to get through the contact, but then leg driving through contact. So when they're actually winning that physical gain line, they're looking much better.
What a kick. What a kick from Tromans. She has taken them as close as they can get. And this, the opportunity of the match
the middle
so
step
far
off it,
for
please,
Cardiff
Matt.
University.
Step off the line, please, thanks.
What do they do here, Dave? Driving more, do
they're
you
holding
think?
on the line, please.
What do Cardiff Met do? Do Cardiff Met get up or do they stay down?
They've gone to Dare.
I'm afraid there's no contest there, it's out here. We can't contest that. Option Met, scrum or line out. Scrum
The
call.
opportunity disappears.
Yeah, that wasn't a very good line-out throw, unfortunately, was it? For me there, Cardiff Met. It was obvious they were staying down because they looked at a different option. It was maybe a tough throw for the hook. I'm not sure, but also an interesting call from the linesman. I've also seen when opposition hasn't got up in the air, they said there's no, they haven't gone up, but it was probably way too far on her left hand there to give anything, but not straight.
Set.
Well, they need to exit, and they've missed the strike. Here we go, Cardiff Uni through Dare. We've got a surprise second go at it here, Cardiff.
No hands now.
Can they make it count? Heflin. Lost a metre. Clear out there by Tromans.
We're offside here. Okay. Offside.
Don't really want your 10 carrying there. Why she crashed, Tromans up as 12, get it in as a playmaker, maybe showing a lack of inexperience. Her first game for National League here today.
Well, here's Lily Jones, great carry from Jones. They're within a metre.
If you can.
It's all happening here for Cardiff. Great defence though from Met.
3
on it, including Singleton. Heflin Out one more time to Tromans. Tromans gets swallowed up.
It's gone
And
back.
then Owen with the last touch along with Amy Williams. Good defensive work now. Hing. Good footwork from Hing, but she runs into trouble. Does well to stay in field. Another
now.
penalty advantage here, though. That is good delivery, isn't it? And the offload. Harrison tries to get that out of the back door. Heflin. Charlie Cornwall couldn't get the pass away. So Senna can go again. Back outside the 22 now, so in their own field.
Release now! Ruck's formed.
Straighten things up. Lily Jones offers herself again. She's been a real workhorse for Cardiff University. Have had the ball. Hasn't been as often as they'd have liked. Hing.
That's advantage over.
Chips into space. Hing, can she gather it? Oh, she can, but it just wouldn't sit up for it. Need a bit of an injection of pace here. Now Tromans.
Charge down, play it.
Roberts looks for the offload, can't find it. Williams is over it.
Advantage.
I tell you what, this is a lot of penalty advantages by Cardiff Met. I wonder if the referee might start thinking about reaching for the pocket. Heflin waits. Senak tries to go herself. This car off her feet. No, but it's going to open up for Tromans. Tromans so close, still going. And over! Ellie Tromans!
Grounded on the line. Grounded on the line is a try.
And look what it means to Cardiff University. All the girls on the field, off the field, celebrating. Fair play. They were patient that day. They kept ball for a long period of time. In Cardiff Met's 22, Tromans did a great job to finish that, but they were patient. They fronted up a bit more physically. Ellie does really well here. Spot the space around the breakdown, went straight through.
Time off a second.
Beats McKay.
Two penalties
Fights in the contact. And a good finish.
Both of them are in this danger zone.
She's got no right to score that. That is phenomenal strength. She's taken a lock forward over the line with her there.
Yeah. Time is off.
She was determined, that's for sure. But well done, well finished, Ellie Tromans. You know, and the reward to Cardiff keeping possession for a long period of time paid off in the end. You know, it's hard, Dave, defending. You're defending for 2, 3, 4 minutes at a time. It's really taxing, and then you get the benefits of it. So, to be fair to Cardiff, showing patience and getting the reward at the end of it.
She's on kicking duty as well tonight. Tromans dissects the uprights and adds the 2 points to the 5 she's already gathered. It's Cardiff University 7, Cardiff Met 22. On nights like this, Cardiff University obviously being the underdogs, they need their big players like Tromans to really stand up and be counted, and she's done exactly that there.
Yeah, she absolutely has. You know, another big player for them, Hing, has been doing that, and I think Senek has a 9 as well, but maybe they can take a bit more confidence from that now, keeping possession, but also fronting up in the physical battle. It makes a huge, huge difference. So they'll be pleased. It means a lot to them getting those points on the board. Just shows how hard they're working and the cohesion in that squad to stick together and keep playing.
It's an awkward bounce on the restart, and it's popped straight to Amy Williams. Williams inside to Owen. Owen finds Kissinger. Kissinger offloads to Mugabe. What a response from Cardiff Met.
Great response from Cardiff Met. Fair play to them. Amy Williams outstanding there. But what a response. And they made it look easy, didn't they? Offloading the contact, moving the ball in and out. Support players coming through in floods. Really, really well taken and finished.
Well, they say never let the ball bounce, and I think if you were writing a textbook on it, then this try might pop up. But look at this from Williams and Owen, and then you've got Kissinger, 2 forwards, 2 backs. Everyone's so comfortable in making these decisions.
Yeah, and the support play to get on shoulders to be that option is vitally important. But you're right, Dave. Everyone says about kick-off, you score a try. My last coach said, you know, you've always got to cash that check. That try doesn't mean nothing if you just give possession right back and you're not claiming that ball back and relieving pressure. So, you know, that's a lesson there for Cardiff. You know, you've got to get under that ball and keep possession. But fair play to Met, utilising all their players, but that pressure they imposed was brilliant.
Here's Marlowe. Not quite on it with the boot this evening, but Cardiff Met largely in control here, 27-7. Notice you didn't name that last coach, so I'll be thinking about who that was. But it's true, isn't it?
Sorry, 3 minutes on the clock.
And these accuracies, they become cliches in the end. So, you know, the kick is only as good as its chase. Amy Williams gives chase.
Yeah.
The try doesn't count until you exit. They didn't exit, they're back under their posts.
Yeah, exactly. That, you know, that try is essentially wiped out now because it's, you know, 5 points each essentially. So it's an important part of the game restarts and how you react to them.
No issues.
Well, likewise, Cardiff Uni have gone short with the restart. Met almost immediately back up
tackle
to
now,
halfway.
release,
Rosie Carr starting at hooker, but in the 16 jersey. It's a nice inside ball to change the points of attack. And the turnover.
Lily Jones has been good tonight for Cardiff, hasn't she? She's the girl that just won the turnover there, but she's been the one that's been fronting up in carries. We've seen her dummy a couple of balls, sidestep. You know, she seems to be a bit of everywhere, and it's a dominant force for Cardiff University.
Oh, you can't miss touch there, though. Oh, what a charge down. Wow.
Okay.
In the face.
All right. Well done.
Any body part you can use. Well, with regards to Lily Jones, she used to be social secretary of the club. And Ellie Tromans, who's just scored a great try. This is her chance to publicly apologise, which she's asked to do, because when she was social sec, she was putting the team sheets out. And she, instead of writing Ellie Tromans, she wrote Ellie Thomas. So now Ellie's just known as Ellie Thomas to all the girls now.
And I bet Tromans is fuming with that.
Fuming. I'm fuming on her behalf.
As soon as someone makes a mistake like that, that's it. You're known for that name forever, aren't you?
You're dead. Met putting boot to ball this time. Beautiful spiral. Put that in the highlights, because that is a lovely kick. But Hing can step away again. Here is Tromans juggling with it. Whatever you can do to make some meters.
Players dipping.
Lily Jones again. Yeah, she's been really industrious, hasn't she, Lily Jones?
Sorry.
No, Cornwall. Good gain line carry from the lock, but the tackle in
roll.
response.
Thank you.
Top draw. Heflin. One more to Dare. Now, here's Newman. Oh, Newman not held, and she can get away.
She's done very well there.
Hold.
Wasn't a lot of space, was there, but she managed to work with what she had. Inside ball to Turley. Turley, tackled by Seren Singleton. Not intimidated by a lock in midfield at all. Hing. Troman. Great line by Troman. Troman's through. Hasn't got any support. She's going to have to do it herself. And she's going to do it herself. Ellie Tromans. The second even better than the first. Phenomenal by the Wales under-20.
That was exceptional, to be fair to her. She was looking for support, wasn't she, Dave? There was no one there, so she thought, I've got to do this myself. But brilliant play, Ellie. But what I'm loving is Cardiff seem to be playing with more confidence, better shape, better gain line. They seem to have their confidence up. Here she goes, off her right, off her left. Sees the gap.
Time on the kick.
Acceleration, looking for support. No one's there. Oh, what do I got to do? I caught straight through the middle of the two defenders. That was exceptional. Fend. Cardiff didn't want to tackle. Cardiff Met didn't want to tackle her then, did they?
She's very good.
She is very good. She is very good. And playing slightly maybe out of position. She's mainly, previously I've mainly seen her play 13. That's where she played for Wales under-20s. But obviously an exceptional talent and can kick the posts as well.
Well, that takes us through to half-time. And Cardiff University have given themselves something to hold on to here. You talked about the necessity for them to get in games and pick up bonus points. Cardiff Met have already got the try bonus in the bag, but Cardiff University are halfway there. Really interesting and exciting first half of Women's National League Rugby. A couple of tries and conversions from Tromans. For Cardiff Met, 2 for Mugabe, 1 for Craig, 1 for Williams, 1 for Barnes. Plenty for us to talk about, but the score we're talking about is Cardiff University 14, Cardiff Cardiff Met 27 here at the Arms Park. Shuan, your immediate thoughts as they come into the sheds at half-time?
My immediate thoughts at that point was Cardiff will be going in with some confidence after that finish to that half-day. You know, they've scored 2 tries that first half, yes, 2 from Tromans, but that last 10-15 minutes of that first half, Cardiff seemed to be more comfortable with the ball, winning contact areas, patient when they had the ball, and then, you know, it resulted in 2 tries. Cardiff Met, when they've got possession, they've got territory, they look dangerous, they're moving the ball end to end, their support players off the shoulders are very good, and you know, they'll definitely be wanting to do well this evening, Cardiff Met, after last week's game, but already got their bonus point in the bag. But how can they now harness the rest of their game to make sure they stay in possession and stay ahead of this game?
We've talked at various points about teams setting different targets. I think in certain areas of the game at half-time, both coaches will be relatively pleased.
Yeah, definitely. You look at where Cardiff University are. I've said this numerous times this evening compared to week 1 of this league. And, you know, they've gone to Durham, won a game away. They've picked up losing bonus points along the way. They've been close in games. And they picked up other bonus points as well. And you know, tonight they've scored 2 tries this half. I'm sure Owen will be speaking in there. Keep going out there to express yourself and pick up another point, because it's important in this league to finish above bottom. Bonus points will be absolutely key for that. And then, you know, Cardiff Met are top of the league, but they've got some games in hand, so they'll be looking to make sure they keep bridging that gap to keep those teams below them, hunting them down when they've got those games to play.
But let's take a look at some of the best bits from the first half then. It looked for a while like it was going to be very one-sided. This was the first try. We talked about the Swiss Army knife of the rugby team, Danai Mukabi, before the game. Didn't take her long to impose herself.
No, it didn't at all. You know, here she is, explosive. Look how many defenders she carries over the Cardiff try line with. She's an exceptional player.
And then the second one, it was Craig out there on the flank, came from the first phase. There was a lot of space there. And I think the composure of Cardiff Met in the 22 really shone there. Yeah,
definitely. It does show their composure, their patience, and they've been dominant in set piece. And then Amy Williams, the winger, picking up, you know, in the middle of the park. And offloading game and their support play, that's what's been most impressive from Cardiff Met tonight.
That was Tal Barnes going over for try number 3. I mean, this was try number 4. We've seen it into the 22. It was a sweeping move to get there, but Amy Williams on the end of it, and her performance in the first half, that's a deserved try.
Yeah, that is a deserved try. We've seen her pop up midfield. We've seen her beat defenders on the edge. She's working hard out there tonight. Yeah, and she's had a lot of touch on the ball, which is what we want to see from wingers getting involved.
Speaking of working hard, it was hard work to get this finish. There were 2 or 3 times there I thought, right, she's going to find the floor in another phase, but no, Tromans had other ideas.
Determined is what I say there, you know, a fair play to her, she was determined, and as you said earlier, I had no right to finish that, but absolutely did.
What about this try?
Yeah, this is great, isn't it? Straight off the bounce of Tromans, scoring from the kick-off. Cardiff Met flooding through. The support players, the offloading from Met, exceptional. More players on shoulders than Cardiff University, and that confidence to get back in that game and capitalise on that try.
If that was the team try of the half, this is undoubtedly the individual try of the half. Maybe the week.
Yeah, definitely. Ellie Tromans' feet there to get inside, accelerate through, but then go through the middle of 2 defenders. Ball transfer and fend is exceptional, you know. She was looking for support, no support was there, but her confidence and her ability to finish that try, that just shows what type of player and a star that she can be, because not only can she create things, but that finishing mentality that's in her is hugely important.
Well, 7 tries in total, still a long way back here for Cardiff University, but crumbs of comfort and certainly things that they can take away from this game. The bonus point already secure for the Archers. And with the players getting warm, we're going to try and get warm. In the meantime, we'd like to say thank you to our partners, New Balance, and have a little look forward about what's coming up in Bucks.
let's take a look at what other big events are coming up this year in the Bucks calendar.
If it goes, and it does! Big strike.
Marley Jessup.
And he's swept up by his teammates. Paul Brown Bamboo!
And here we go, we are underway.
Rogers.
Welcome to the greatest day of the week.
Oh, Wednesdays are just the best day of the week, aren't they? Not long at half-time, Cardiff University already out. Second half of the first game of this double header. Women's National League and Bucks Super Rugby live from Cardiff Arms Park. And of course, a very busy day across the sports on Wednesday. So we're delighted that wherever you're watching around the world, you've taken the time to be with us. Right, Cardiff out, Cardiff Met on the way. A couple of things that you want to see from either team in this second half, Shu Underly-Crap.
Firstly, I wouldn't be happy with that short break at half-time if I was a player. Literally, I feel like that's been 2 minutes and they're out. I would have been like, I need a 5-minute break at least. From Cardiff University, probably more of what we're seeing at the end of that first half. The physicality, getting over the gain line and the contact to begin with, and patience with the ball, imposing their pressure on Cardiff Met and not giving up ball too easily. And then from Cardiff Met, it's more of the same really when they've got the ball. I love it when they move it. I love it when I see them offloading, moving the ball to wide channels. But also when they front up physically, the forwards carrying that midfield area, getting over that gain line. What I want to see is just not them giving away ball too easily and keeping possession and remaining patient really. So yeah, good first half, thoroughly enjoyed that from both sides. More of the same, hopefully, second half.
Well, what I think from Cardiff's perspective has been very impressive is they've had a really rough couple of weeks. They had a terrible result away in Edinburgh and a terrible result away in Exeter. Admittedly, they're long journeys and the travel is tough, particularly when you play in Premiership, not WNL. The travel isn't quite so punishing. But to come here, and there was a time in that first half where they conceded 3 tries that they could have really disappeared out of the game, but instead they've dug in and they've really given a good account to themselves. So in terms of the character of the team, I think Owen and the leadership group will be happy.
Yeah, definitely, and it's not the first time I said I think the growth in this side has been phenomenal so far this season, and the job that Owen, the coaches and the support staff have done there, you know, has been a great for this side. And you can see the character in this squad, actually, the Cardiff squad, that they want to play for each other, they're there to support each other, and you've seen that with their first try celebration, what it means to this side when they can get over that whitewash and they can convert the pressure to points. You know, they're obviously working hard away from game days to get better, and they're working hard together for results like that.
And Cardiff Met themselves humbled, not my words, the words of the head coach against Edinburgh last week, 36-15, and they've bounced back. They've scored some glorious tries, and they are well on their way to another bonus point victory going into the Christmas break.
Yeah, humbled is the word well used there. You know, it's tough travel up to Edinburgh, but Cardiff Met have done exceptionally well this season. But you know, that is a lesson, and what you learn from those lessons is the important thing. And I'm sure this side with Lisa Newton and Anna Elsnosa would have learned a lot from that performance last week and put things right. I know they also picked up some injuries which wouldn't have helped them up in Edinburgh, and you know, have had to adapt this week. But players absolutely stepping up to the mark this week for Cardiff Met.
Second half underway with a knock-on, so straight away a platform for the Archers to go in search of try number 6. And I can't imagine there'll be any drop-off in the confidence that they'll play with. Here's Singleton. And then Marlowe. Oh, is that a little hand on that? Referee happy enough to play on. Looks forward, referee says no, and Williams definitely coughed up this time. Dare. Hing. Ping sees some space. There's nobody at home for Cardiff Met, but Singleton's the first back. Plenty of gas, and now she's going to try and take the long way round herself. Oh, lovely work by Singleton.
Sorry.
A good collision as well.
Hold.
Tanwen Owen in at scrum half. Oh, Cardiff Uni just backing off in the tackle, allowing Paige Jones to rampage forward.
Before you've gone straight off your feet there. Yeah, you've gone straight off your feet. You're never going to stay on your feet there. It's your angle coming in.
Sarah Singleton, freshly back from Dubai as well, showing what she can do tonight. Especially with her footwork and again her acceleration. Ooh,
well, that's the second time Cardiff have missed touch from the penalty. Just casting my eyes out on the pitch there, I can see that Seren Webster is on for Cardiff Met, wearing number 20. Women's National League debut for her. Oh, that was close. Incredibly close. But then kicked into space and
okay.
Oh, we'll come back. Just as Isla Craig was starting to eye up that space over there.
Yeah, Ellie Trobans again getting in the mix of it. Spotting that read. Not quite on maybe, or maybe was on but couldn't quite gather it. So knock on.
Lily Brand on in the midfield for Cardiff Met as well. Another fresher. Plenty of first year students spread across both teams tonight. So great to know that the future of the programmes are in good hands. Former Saracen Centre of Excellence.
Better scrum there from Cardiff University.
And good pressure as well, trapping Singleton behind the gain line, but she's had a second bite at it there and done really well, Seren Singleton. That was Seren Webster in at scrum half, and Rosie Carr tackled there by Gabriella Della Savini. Flat ball, great ball, and through goes Mackay. Mackay closing in on 22. Great work by the big lock forward. Still going, Mackay. Oh, what a tackle. It's Hing again, and playing with an advantage. What about that from the lock? Here's the other lock, Paige Jones.
Yeah, it's a good line there by Mackay.
They call the engine rooms diesel. That was more like turbo diesel, wasn't it? And here goes Mackay again. Oh, thirsty for it now. Going back the short side, Katie Carr. Another good ball, another good tackle, that time by Tromans. Owen, Mugabe on a hat-trick, remember. Oh, stops and goes, Mugabe gets away. High tackle by Cleo Turley. Kissinger had a massive hand to play in the previous try. She could go all the way herself here.
Okay, it's a double movement there, so we're no try
there.
Back.
A double movement from Kissinger. Almost looked as though she was going to walk through there, Erica Kissinger.
Yeah, I thought she was as well, but double movement, just tackle short and then move the ball back, but Cardiff Met penalty.
Scrum is called.
They've gone for a scrum. And interestingly, Dave, I thought the last scrum from Cardiff University was much, much better than the ones we've seen in the first half, and maybe that's been a coaching point at half-time. You know, probably maybe some inexperience in that Cardiff University front row against an experienced Cardiff Met with regards to University Rugby front row, but we'll see how this one goes now.
Great attacking position here for Cardiff Met, and the scrum starts to go forward. Watch Maisie Davis. She's going to go up the short side. She's going to give herself a great chance, and Maisie Davis.
Okay. Time off.
Ooh, maybe.
Fair dangerously? No. Okay.
Well, you heard it from the referee.
No try.
Led with the forearm, no try.
Fend off, okay? It's an illegal fend. So there's no tries, a penalty here. Leading with the elbow.
Fair play to the AR there coming in, you know, seeing what he said. I couldn't see from up here. What I was going to say just before the AR came in was, she's taking the ball blind out of that scrum. She better finish it because the front row are going forward. I've been involved in front rows and in Maisie's situation, back of scrum. You picked up that ball, front row, like, what are you doing? They hate it. If they think they've got to nudge forward, they're like, you've got to finish it if you're doing that. So, yeah, it would be interesting to see that played back.
Oh, so we got to change, yeah? Time off a minute, please. Matt, you've got to change.
Change in the front row. Erica Kissinger.
They're happy, Katie? All good?
Leaves the field.
Time
She's
on.
replaced by Emily Joyce. She's another one exciting to watch. Great natural offload game, which on a surface like this, on a night like this, might come in very handy indeed. Tal Barnes, 1 try already. Loves that step in field. Runs onto his shoulder this time though. Singleton and Katie Carr. Uni a little bit too passive in the tackle at the moment. That might be worrying for them, particularly when lines like this are being hit. Ah, it's a wonderful carry. Rosie Carr takes them into the 22 again. Here's Lily Brand. First touch for her, and that is a beautiful ball. And the ball's been spilled over the line twice. Met have been over the whitewash. Twice they've come up empty-handed. Try-saving tackle, and is that Eleanor Hing again?
Yeah, I think it was. Fair play, good hands there, loved that ball. But then look at this tackle from Hing. Makes her spill, Isla Craig spill the ball. Great try-saving tackle.
She's a body on the line 15, Eleanor Hing. An immensely impressive performance from her.
Coach.
And coaches, if you're listening, she qualifies for Wales, England and Ireland.
All 3.
Yes, yeah. Oh, and now Cardiff University winning a penalty at the scrum.
Kicked out and gone across. Loose head, we need you straight and level, please. Thank you. Okay, Katie, the picture I got there is a loose head.
So Cardiff Uni readying the replacements. What's Welsh for bomb squad?
Squad bomb. And I think that's accurate as well, actually.
Yeah, it
Dave.
won't be far off, will it?
People who don't speak Welsh be thinking we just changed around words, but that's not the case.
Yes, spelt differently. Oh, and here they come.
Here they are.
Right then, 16, 17, 19, 20, 21. So 16, Evie Guy coming into the front row. Rose Halstead, the Battersea Ironside coming on the loose head side. Liv Price wearing 19. Second year civil engineer. Fionn James wearing 20. A Valley Vixen from Ammanford. And I think that just about covers it for now. 21 as well, Eva Lewis.
Credit to the Cardiff coaching staff here, getting all the girls on, making those replacements. They're seeing the importance of giving these girls exposure, giving them game time. It could be easy to keep them on the bench because Cardiff have done quite well at the moment.
Singleton, away she goes. That's another good offload. Good hands, however. Isla Craig has been pipped to it, and it's back with Cardiff. It took Cardiff Met around about 10 minutes to score the first try. And we're, 8.5 minutes into this second half, and they're still scoreless. That kick needs a bounce for Cardiff. It's not going to get it. It's going to end up in the hands of Marlowe. Here is Maisie Davis, denied a try before, thanks to that rogue forearm. Paige Jones. Now Singleton and Marlowe drifting across. Someone needs to straighten up, and that's someone's Lily Brand.
The jackal is good. Release now. Play it, play it. There's no issue, you can contest it. There's no ruck, contest it.
Oh, and Singleton. They've lost the ball and then won it back. Brilliant strength from the number 9. She's had a few of those moments. Punches above her weight in the physicality of the game. Cardiff Met knocking on the door again.
Offside 8.
Zoe Deers coming from an offside position. So Cardiff Met, it's not the fast ball they want, but it's good ball in a good position, and they can start to use this strength. Cardiff Uni, if this is a maul, they could be in a good spot here, but it's come back Met's way. Not down.
Sorry, beg your pardon.
3 times over the line.
3 times over the line. Cardiff University hungry with confidence.
Well, Singleton has tapped and gone, and it's been knocked on.
Oh, Cardiff Met will be getting frustrated here. How many opportunities is that now, Dave? They've gone over the line or fumbled the ball. 4 opportunities that have gone amiss.
Sorry, I thought you meant infield. Goal line
So
drop out.
it's a goal line drop out because it was knocked on over the line, not in the field of play.
Perhaps not in this game here, but how do you feel about the drop goal straight from the goal line drop out?
I'm not a fan of it.
Oh, you're not?
Well, I understand the ruling of why you know it's there.
Release now.
But
Ruck.
Yeah, as a forward.
Yes.
You're chasing
it's a lot
the
more
back
running.
Of the field. Yeah.
There, she's pinned. Leave it there.
Singleton finds Cart. Katie Cart.
Maul.
Oh, this is a maul, so this could be. See, now Cardiff need to learn to lie on that ball because they'd have had the put in at the scrum there. Mackay. But again, those are the things you slowly work on. And those are the things you just can't stop. Seren Singleton sniping from short range, and that's the first try of the second half.
Yeah, it's taken them 11 minutes. 5th opportunity, and they're over. Good vision there with Seren Singleton. But Cardiff Met coughing up the ball, making some errors, getting held up over the line. Is that Cardiff Uni hungry, or Cardiff Met need to be a bit more clinical? But decent carry there from Mackay. Into good vision from Seren. No one was in the boot, no one was close enough in that guard area. A dive over the ruck to finish that try. They'll be pleased to get on the scoreboard this half.
And finally, a more kickable penalty here for Nicole. Sorry, a more kickable conversion, should I say, for Nicole Marlowe.
Yeah, she's had a tough time, hasn't she? They've been on the edges. But she strikes the ball exceptionally well. Actually, all of her kicks have been pretty close. You know, she's got one over, but the rest have been just short or just wide, but she strikes it very well.
That's a good one, 34-14. Just going back to the earlier point we were making before Seren Singleton went over. When the referee calls the maul, naturally, I suppose your locks, they've given away penalties for not rolling away or whatever, but there, just stay on the ball.
Yeah, it's also game understanding, like that's a huge part of it. Rugby's a complicated sport. There's loads of laws, Dave, and they vary often, but when a maul is called and you're on that ball, stay on it, don't move, stay in that fight and make sure you don't roll and allow them to push it back. But Cardiff maybe need to understand that area of the game a little bit better and be a bit more savvy there, because it makes a huge difference, because that's then possession back to them if it's more held up.
We're talking about tough players, right? Cardiff University have just brought on Becca Edwards. She's wearing number 22. She's a blue and black stripe belt in karate.
I wouldn't mess with
her. No, not at all. She's also a Wales under-18 touch rugby capped. So that's one of the teams that Owen's involved in as well. I know he's big on the Welsh touch rugby scene. Eva Lewis now is on at scrum half. We're in 21. Former Exeter Chief Centre of Excellence and Exeter College, so she comes with a great pedigree to this level of rugby.
Yeah, one thing we see a lot of actually, Dave, is talent transfer from other sports, or girls that have done multiple sports before, which is, you know, great growing up, but then there comes a point where you can't do absolutely everything, you know, so, but yeah, multidiscipline growing up is not a bad thing.
Oh, Tromans just slightly overran that. And Georgia Morgan making a WNL debut, is straight on the ball. She's earned the right, genuine Cardiffian.
Go lower, please. Go lower.
Playing for Cardiff Met.
Go lower. Advantage over.
Another good carry for Katie Carr. Seen plenty of her on the ball in this second half. Marlowe waits, still with an advantage. Cardiff Met. Tal Barnes. Well, she makes her own broken field, doesn't she, Tal Barnes? It's Seren Webster.
Playing advantage, still advantage.
Still with the advantage. Georgia Morgan. Good carry from Morgan up over the 10-metre line. And again, Met just starting to win that gain line a little bit easier now. This second half starting to look a lot like the first in this period here, with Cardiff University just struggling to get their hands on the ball. And Cardiff Met managing it well.
That's
Now some space
over.
out wide for Williams. Williams does well to offload. 15 minutes to the second half gone.
That's fine, play on.
Mackay in at first receiver. It's a little fingertip touch on that.
Forward.
And it's almost as though as soon as the referee says play on, an error immediately follows.
Yeah, there's been a couple of handling errors, a couple of handling mistakes out there this evening. Ball's not quite going to hand. But good patience there from Cardiff Met, going through the phases. I think you're right, soon as then the ref says play on, the next one then is a knock on.
Scrum's good, guys, let's hold it like that, okay? Crouch!
Scrum seems to have improved. Bit more of an even
Bind.
foot in here.
Set!
And that is more solid, isn't it? Just it started to creak. We've got Lily Jones packing down at number 8 now. Tromans, great ball. And a good line, but how about that defence? Seren Singleton driving the legs and getting rid of all that gain line. Lewis playing with a penalty advantage.
9 hands in. You're in the ruck, you've knocked it with a hand.
Nice play
Thank
by Cardiff
9
then.
parts of the ruck, you can't stop the ball.
Tromans to Hing. Great line by Hing. Makes initial gain line, but great cover defence from Seren just behind that defensive line to make that shot. Very well done. Because Hing's a dangerous player. If Seren doesn't make that, that's a big line break.
Put you there, please, Matt. Thank you, guys.
Well, now perhaps the opportunity for Cardiff University to launch something, because they've not really had a sniff so far in the second half. Still need 2 tries for that bonus point. Oh, and Lily Jones under pressure.
They'll be frustrated with that, Dave, because there's a better line out by Cardiff University. Better throw by the hooker. Come further down the line. To then really a drop ball from nothing, you know, giving back possession to Cardiff Met in their own half. Defending is no fun when you're doing it for long phases of time, so they'll be disappointed they've given that ball back to them that easily.
Crouch!
And now they've got a great attacking position.
Bind! Set!
Just the one player on the blind side for Cardiff Met, everyone else open. Marlowe, short ball, and Anwen Owen back on the angle inside. 18 minutes of the second half gone. Fans starting to find their voices. Gone for that inside ball twice. University have given away too many penalties in this game.
On me. We need an attempt to roll, please, folks.
Yeah, giving away a lot of penalties now as they're tired bodies out there. We're hitting the 60-minute mark.
Done a lot of defending, haven't they?
Done a lot of defending. 2-minute half time. It's a tough shift though. It's hard, you know, when you're defending for that long, you know, not
please,
stuff
guys.
like not rolling away then, to get back up off the floor is really difficult.
Line up form. There we go.
And again, just little things that as they develop at this level, I hope they work on. So Niamh Roberts has tried to keep that ball in, but she should be on the blue and coming into the green on this pitch here instead of reaching over her head. But that'll come, and there are certainly signs here for Cardiff Uni. For Cardiff Met looking very good, and now the chance to get it in the hands of the piano pushers. Rosie Carr defended well. Looked like that was moving forward.
Yeah, like again, I think Cardiff are on that ball wide and they stay on it.
Okay, you panicked the hair crossing here.
But again, Cardiff Met fluffed their lines in the red zone. We complimented them on how well they executed in the first half. They were visiting the 22, they were coming away with points. That's half a dozen now that have escaped them this half.
Yeah, definitely, and I you know, Lisa, I think will be disappointed with that, because the amount of clinicalness, that's a word, Dave, that they've had in the 22 has been limited. You know, they've taken one opportunity over 6 or 7, which is not really the stats they want to be looking at. They're creating opportunities, they're getting good positions in the field. Players are fronting up, but then they get into that red zone and they're not clinical. They're not coming away with points. They're making mistakes, they're making errors at driving maul, held up over the line, blocking lines, you know. So those little things will make a difference, and that's what I'm sure she'll be looking at to tighten up on, because when you're playing Harpreys, when you're playing Exeter, it's a different ball game then.
So there's been a change at hooker, and Rose Halstead has dropped that one in a little bit short. There was a knock on, but the advantage already over. But Cardiff Met inside the 22. Short ball, good line. Maisie Davis straightens things up and draws the defenders in.
No issues at all.
Singleton moving sideways, but still moving.
Leave now, Ruck, leave now, leave. Thank you.
Keon James on for Cardiff.
That's fine, play
wearing number 20. Now Georgia Morgan. Georgia Morgan still going.
Woo!
Past the hour mark. Singleton whips it out. Step back inside by Joyce. Joyce! What a carry by the replacement Loosehead.
Leave.
This one for the referee to take a good close look at. He's in a great position. Oh, is that down? Yes, it is.
Yeah, Maisie Davis there with a finish, redeeming herself from earlier, but great body angle, good finish. You know, I always say that's really important with the new rules now. If you're held up over the line, it's a goal line dropout. You know, in the past, previous years, it was a scrum to the team that got held up. So, you know, it's important now that that body angle's nice and low and get over the line. And Maisie did exactly that. She knew where the line was. Body position was nice and low. There was no way Cardiff University was going to stop it from that range. I would be intrigued to hear what the coaching messages are to that Cardiff Met team in that huddle now. What's being said?
Well, respect the kicker has gone out of the window because the Cardiff Christmas jumpers have arrived.
Yeah. University rugby, Dave.
Oh, love it. Absolutely love it. And so does Nicole Marlowe, because she dissects the uprights. Let's take another look at this. Brilliant carry to set it up there by Emily Joyce.
Yeah, good physical carry. There you can see Maisie Davis here. Oh, not that one. Next one at the back of the ruck, knows where the line is. Look at the body position. Stays low, straight for the line, you know, doesn't come up. There's no chance there of a defending player, a Cardiff University player to get under her.
Maisie Davis adds 5 points to what has been a pretty successful game for her. Another one who's been heavily involved with the Wales age groups. Was she in your 20s group when you were doing the 20s?
Yeah, Maisie had a successful year last year. She was under 18s, played in Six Nations in Weldon College there, a huge part of that squad. And then played up a year early to under 20s in Canada, so was on tour with us there. It was a great player, works hard, physical.
Hey, Red, take the line, please.
Is a good person, and she's developed a lot as a player, and she's been injured actually the last few weeks for Met, but obviously did well last week and gets the 8th shirt this week for Cardiff Met, and has been put in a good performance this evening.
Approaching the last 15 minutes then, Cardiff Uni, the game is gone, but the chance for the bonus point, not yet. But they need a score, they need it quickly. Here's Halstead. Into the 22. It feels like a long time since we looked left properly in this game. Eva Lewis tries to get him going. Again, a defensive discipline by Cardiff Met. Pretty good. Seren Singleton. Just an energizer bunny, isn't she? She's at the heart of so much, both sides of the ball.
Leave now! No hands!
Rebecca Watts.
Gone back.
Lily Jones, still full of running. She switched from
now,
flank to 8. Becca Edwards. Little nudging behind, trying to feed the speed. Neve Roberts can't get there though, but Tromans can. Oh, and Singleton's knocked that on. And it's gone from a knock-on to a penalty.
Yeah, the kick paid off, didn't it? The chase, changing the picture.
We've got an injury, retreating.
Cardiff just going up in the middle of the field, but then moving the ball a bit more to an edge, putting the kick in, putting pressure on Met in a different way. It helps when you just go middle of the field. It's easy to defend. Defenders make a shot, get back up. But when you move the ball, pick the ball a bit, it changes the position.
On all action, Ellie Tromans nudges it to the corner. Decent kick as well. I'm not suggesting the mood has changed since these supporters have started to arrive, but all I can smell is cider.
I was wondering what was going on. I thought it was in a bar. All I can smell is alcohol up here, Dave.
However,
not me.
No, they've come in high spirits, a varying level of Christmas jumpers, a few coming.
Time back on.
Just as Christmas presents. I can't see many warm coats, if I'm honest, but the rugby will keep them warm, among other things. Here come Cardiff University. Lily Jones had it in her hand there with 7 at the back. And the more looking good here. Halstead has joined now. It's all a little bit upright. So they're taking it out to the backs. There's Eleanor Hing. Eleanor Hing, can she see a space? Hing crawling along. Ball's gone backwards, still with Cardiff, still with Lily Jones. Jones just short. Great opportunity for try number 3. Oh, the reach for it. It's ended up in the hands of Nicole Marlowe. Penalty.
She tried to place that then, and she got Nicole Marlowe wasn't on her feet, so she can't touch that ball at that point.
Oh, yellow card as well.
Cardiff are hungry here, and they actually quite impressed with their driving ball.
Here's the mark, here's the mark, here's the mark, here's the mark.
Well, Cardiff Met all offside now. Referee needs to give them the chance here because he's moved them. Lily Jones going to go on her own, doesn't want to get held up over the line. She's not going to have the chance to this time. Good first phase defence from Met. Now they've gone out one more, Cardiff. Oh, the referee nearly got run over himself there.
Release now, release
Gotta
now,
be close.
Release now. Ball is unplayable, scrum.
Second time this match, the unplayable ball has gone to the benefit of the attacking team, which isn't something we see very often.
No, this is twice we've seen this now. It looks like the ball is up and over the line or on the line, and then it's unplayable ball, and it's attacking team scrum 5 metres out. It's a different one for me. Can't really see from up here what's going on there.
It's a picture I've got.
Rose Halstead having a tampon put up her nose.
You also can't release it, and you're pinned on top of it. The ball is unplayable, and that's why we.
So this was, the reach there, but yes, because Nicole Marlowe.
Clock is stopped within 11 minutes to go.
Do you know, she's prevented the ball being grounded there. She's actually lucky that's not a penalty try.
Yeah, you are right, because she went for the reach. I don't know if it would be a double movement. I'm not really sure from what I could see there, but. Basically, Nicole Marlowe's come in on her knee, therefore she's off her feet, so you can't play that ball and turns that ball over. She's off her feet, she's got to be on her feet. You know, if she goes in with her foot, it's a different scenario, it's a different situation, because she's still on her feet.
Unable to play it, unable to legally bring it forward, unable to do anything with it and pinned on top. The ball is therefore unplayable, and so that's why we come for the scrum with the attacking team.
Well, the referee doing a very good job of explaining the decision there. And Savannah Picton-Powell is just returning to the midfield for Cardiff Met too in that scrum cap.
Are we replacing it? So the
sub is on. I think what the referee was saying there is it wasn't over the line, but it was unplayable this side of the line, that there was a prevention of the ball coming out.
Coming up to 68 minutes on the clock. Eva Lewis, ball in hand. All change in the Cardiff pack. Looking for try number 3. Lily Jones there at number 8. Met well by Singleton, gets it away to Hing. Hing finds Roberts. Roberts reaches and scores.
Lost forward.
Cardiff Met say no, referee agrees, and oh, Cardiff University come up short, just as Cardiff Met have today.
I'd love to see a replay of that, Dave. From where I was standing, I thought that was a try. Well done here by Lucy Senek. Well done by him. Good feet. She does well. I thought she did well to finish this. I see downward pressure from what I'm seeing. That's unlucky, that is. That is unlucky.
Bind. Set. Put it in, that's fine. Play it.
Well, now it's Cardiff Met's turn to exit. Seren Singleton does very well again. I'm going to have to get a player of the match decision from you in 5 minutes, Shuan. Sorry for the... I've not given you much of a heads up there, have I? Here's Niamh Roberts, stung by that denial before. But given the reaction by the Cardiff Met players, I do feel as though she must have been just short of the line, because they were pretty vehement. Liv Price doesn't want to slow down into contact there, or she'll get melted.
Time off.
Yeah, I see the reaction of the Cardiff Met players, but for me, on that replay from where I was standing there, and I'm not close to it, so I can't judge, but it looked like there was good downward pressure, and therefore the ball can back up because of the downward pressure. But I might be completely wrong, and I'm not in a good enough spot here to make that judgment. The referee is in a much better spot than me.
So that's Singleton down.
We've got
a little bit of cup final cramp.
Yeah.
That is the captain.
Dubai cramp.
Yes, time is off.
I actually seen her just before the game, and she's the ultimate professional. She was stood there with her gun, muscle gun, recovering. I was like, "You all right?" Oh, I'm sore, she said. Obviously, being in Dubai in 10-7 series, hadn't done gym, but been back in the gym with Met this week, and then was like, "Oh, I'm sore today." So yeah. But the ultimate professional, trains hard, recovers hard, and constantly works hard.
Make it quick though, please.
And it's being rewarded as well. Obviously a gifted player, but been involved with Wales 20s, Wales 7s. I wonder if 7s might be the long-term ambition. I'm certainly not putting any ideas in her head or words in her mouth, but she's certainly got a skill set that would lend herself to 7s or 15s at a high level.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, she played 9, she can play wing in 15s, but in 7s, she comes into her own as well. You know, she's evasive, she's powerful, she's fast, she's skillful. So, you know, she's got a couple of tools in her locker there.
Better line out this time for Cardiff. Rose Halstead there at the back. We're in 17. Eva Lewis wants to get her hands on it. And she finds Fionn James. James, good footwork from her. But plenty of Cardiff Met defenders to meet her. Becca Edwards waiting in midfield. Now Hing might continue on the wraparound, might not need to. Tromans looking for that hat-trick try. Oh, could that have gone from Tromans? What a brilliant tackle. Superb strength from Cardiff Met in defence. But this, the closest University have come. Got to ground the ball. Oh, what a tackle. Sensational defence. Watts was over the line. And that is a try saver if ever I've seen one. And guess who? Seren Singleton.
Yeah, well done, Seren. You know, and that's what I spoke about earlier. When ball carrying in this area, Dave, look at the height here. Way too high. Seren small, gets under the ball, gets on ball, holds her up. She's on her back, doesn't let her present that ball. So well defended. Seren fronting up on that goal line area. Really well done.
Well, that is 0 to 0.
Okay.
This is a strange, weird and wonderful game, and it's why we love it.
But tell you what, Cardiff University have been pressing now, Dave, for about 10 minutes and haven't come away with any points. So credit to Cardiff Met and their defence. But I feel a little bit for Cardiff University. I feel like they should get something from this pressure they're creating.
And just a reminder that our clock isn't linked in with the referee's watch, so we're usually very close, but there might be a minute or so either side. Massive gap on the blind side here, but they've gone open. Can they get something here? Hing finds Tromans. Tromans can't find a way through this time. There are numbers here. Lovely step inside. This time they are over. Cara Ottaway. Another goal line dropout. More heroic defending from Cardiff Met.
Who held that up?
It's in front of the line, scrum.
Oh, and now they've taken the restart from in front of the line. It's a scrum Cardiff Uni. This is absolute chaos.
Cardiff Met. Lisa will be looking at this goal line dropout situation this week in training, no doubt. No doubt about it. Because it's a huge part of the game now, Dave. If you're defending well in your try line, you're holding teams up. Off the back of that, you've got to be able to exit or relieve pressure through your goal line dropout.
Well, they've just written the instruction manual in what not to do from a goal line dropout. Here's Lewis at the base of the scrum, picked up off the toes by Edwards. Now there's space, surely. Troman feeds it out one more time. It's knocked on by Neve Roberts.
Wow. There was so much space, and they knew the space was there. They tried to get the ball there, but knocked on. Oh.
It was on. It could have been any one of them. And they got in each other's way, didn't they, the two wingers?
Yeah, same channel, in each other's way. Didn't know whose ball it was. The space was there. They were moving the ball well across the back line. Ah, to fumble it at the last hurdle.
Well, I cannot wait to hear from Lisa at the end of the match.
Bind!
The winning coach will be pitchside with Jess and the player of the match.
Really well. I know we're tired,
so it's a Met put in this time, so we've got a little bit of time. Who's impressed you? Let's not make a decision immediately. Let's narrow it down and have the nominees.
I'm glad you said don't make a decision yet, because I'm all ready. Because what's happening in this game? You know, from Cardiff University, I know they're not going to win this game now, given the scoreline, but two players to mention in Tromans and the two tries she scored, and Hing for a defensive effort, but also her attacking effort today, been outstanding for Cardiff University. And then for Met, there's a couple to mention. Darai Mugabe, that first half was popping up everywhere in the wide channels. Maisie Davis at 8, Sarah Singleton at 9, and Amy Williams I've been impressed with tonight on the wing. So those would be my food for thought at the moment, Dave.
Well, Cardiff have pinched this ball back. Surely they're going to get something this time. Here's Hing. Threads the needle. It's gone forward again. Well, well, well. White line fever, just as Tromans thought she was going in for the meat pie.
Wow. I feel for them, because they're trying the right things. There's some real good stuff out there, and then there's a fumble of the ball, or there's a mistake, or there's a held up. But Dave, the last 15, 20 minutes has been all Cardiff University. Cardiff Met probably aren't used to having this lack of possession and territory.
Well, what they are proving is there's a place for them in this league, and they deserve to be here, and they're going to build on their position in the Women's National League as it grows from 7 to 8 to hopefully 10 teams and a full schedule. Here come Cardiff Met. That would be so typical for them to score here, and Singleton might do it herself. Oh, Seren Singleton over Ottaway, and she's earned the penalty advantage for the high tackle. She is a pint-sized dynamo, isn't she, Seren Singleton?
I like that saying, Dave. Pint-sized dynamo. And she's got cramp.
Have you got a number for me here?
One of my favourite... one of my... Oh, hang on, we're having a chat here.
Sorry, I don't use a card, mate. She's just stood
up. I agree.
One of my favourite cramp occurrences this season was in the Champions Cup this weekend with Callum Sheedy, where he stretched his calves out just before he kicked that drop goal before the end because he was cramping up.
In the 84th minute, was it, Dave?
Yeah.
2 minutes on the clock.
Oh, I just stretched my calves before I win this game against the top 14 side.
Yeah, he came out and said after he was cramping like mad, wasn't he? And to nail that kick in that point in the game is, pretty phenomenal, really.
Right then, 2 minutes to go in the game. The referee's just confirmed we've got a bit of a break here. Who's that adding themselves? Seren Webster helping out a fellow star, Seren Singleton, on the cramp stakes. Let's have your Women's National League player of the match.
It's a tough one today. As I said, I mentioned players earlier, and credit to some of the Cardiff Uni players who really fronted up, and credit to Cardiff Uni how they've grown. And there's a lot of players from Met that have stood up in the forwards. There was Dana Mugabe the first half, Maisie Davis, who's been consistent throughout the game. But for me, the star of the match, and I hope she has a jar of pickle juice as her award, is Seren Singleton. From her attacking efforts to her defensive efforts, holding people up over the line, putting big shots in, but also the tempo that she's brought to the game, and finishing opportunities as well. Took her try very well. So Seren Singleton, well-deserved player of the match.
Have we got a ball in?
And it looks like she's going to do 80 minutes from 9 as well. Congratulations, Seren Singleton. We'll be hearing from her at the end of the game. Last one for Cardiff Met before Christmas. And is there a little cherry on top of the Christmas cake here for Cardiff Met? Well, no, they've lost the ball again. Holding on at the breakdown. Do you know, that's something Cardiff University have done really well. They've forced a few of those turnovers.
Yeah, they have. They've got over the ball. First there, good body position. And they've had reward from it. And I love that, just watching, turnover. The game's lost for them, it's 41-14. Ellie Troman's running in, giving the girls a tap, low fives, just rewarding each other for their efforts when they do something positive, and that's a good team, that is a good culture, sticking together and picking each other up and rewarding each other when things actually go well and go to plan as well.
Final minute of a game that has been far more entertaining than this scoreline might suggest.
Play it.
Taken with the outside hand. There was a time where you get pinged for that.
Hold.
There was a time.
Great noise from the Cardiff University supporters. They're just underneath us in the commentary box, and they sound fantastic. There's a lot of love for these two teams. Troman kicks that down the throat of Nia Grundy, who's cocked it up into touch. Now is there time for the line-out?
Good option there for that kick. Bit of space.
Take the lines in the middle.
Ref saying time for the line-out there.
Take the line as the middle.
Fair play. It's been a lot of Cardiff
Met,
possession.
can you step out for me, please? Met, step out. Come in, please, Cardiff.
Last chance to dance. Oh, and Met have just got a hand on it. And then it's been lost forward. This might be the last act of the game. Our clock has hit 80. So Cardiff Uni are going to have to play, but Cardiff Met making tackles.
Offside.
Oh, but offside. Cardiff Uni want to go here.
20,
and Eva Lewis has got another advantage for the Met not being 10.
What can Cardiff Uni do here?
It's been like wacky races, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. It is, but they got another opportunity, They got another chance to get on this scoreboard this second half, which they probably deserve to do, given how much territory and possession they've had. But also, what I want to say, Dave, is shows the importance of having a good set piece and being able to have a platform to play off. Line-out success tonight for Cardiff Uni probably isn't where they want it to be, which therefore, when they're in positions like this, aren't always able to capitalize.
I thought the AR was going head over heels over the boards there.
He was going fishing for the ball the other side, was he?
Yeah.
Need to do some work on the ball.
Instead, he sending the player over.
I'll tell you what we're doing next year is putting out an appeal for local clubs and ball boys and girls, because we've had all kinds of trouble getting the ball back in this game. Now, last chance then for Cardiff Uni. 5 points in the bag for Met. Another penalty coming. And is it time? Eva Lewis with her hands on the ball. Good work from the forward pack, though. Lily Jones is there, as she has been all game.
And they've got an advantage, Dave.
I'm going to go where I need to go, I'm afraid. Come
Zoe Deer. This will be the last play of the game.
Hold please. Hold please. Let it come then.
Becca Edwards, oh, what a counter ruck. Massive shot from
Can
Sarah
we get the
Webster.
number, please?
Still with Cardiff Uni though.
Neil, second one in.
Physical out there, isn't it? Rose Halstead drives the legs. Still on a penalty advantage. Eleanor Hing in at first receiver. Hing, inside ball, finds her captain Zoe Dare. Referee's arm still out. Still a chance for Cardiff University. Edwards. Step back inside by Hing.
Time off, 19 please. 19, 1
Georgia Morgan's going to the bin.
Okay, excuse it.
I think it's probably a team one there.
I've gone in the side there, intercepted, 19. You there have gone late, you as well, please.
Oh wow, two yellow
Two of them.
You have two options. You have penalty here and you have a penalty over where the AR is.
Two yellow cards and the tie and death of the game in one hit.
You have an option here or there.
That's 3 in the game for Cardiff Met.
Yeah, I'd like to see the discipline stats, the penalty stats of this game. You know, it's been pretty high, especially the second half of Cardiff Met.
Out the back they come to Lily Jones. Oh, good shot on Lily Jones.
Lead
Cardiff
now.
Met. They've defended their line so well. No tries, no points conceded in the second half. But here goes Becca Edwards.
Seal is good, no issues.
Oh, and then it's turned over. Now a contest for Cardiff to get it back. But it is coming back Met's way now. Do they kick it dead or try and go the length?
Play on, play on.
Looks like they're playing, Dave.
It's great fun. We love to see it. Paige Jones.
Shackler's good.
Oh,
no
turned
issues.
over.
No
Unbelievable.
issues.
Cardiff Uni. Toe poked through by Tromans. The ball goes into touch. And that draws an end to this chaotic Cardiff Christmas clash. Cardiff Met get back to winning ways. It's a bonus point. Cardiff University, they will leave empty-handed, but they've put on an excellent display here. A wonderful contest. The right result, no question about it. But more evidence that this rivalry is getting closer. It's one that is here to stay. And at Cardiff Arms Park, the full-time score, Cardiff Met 41, Cardiff University 14. The last 15 minutes are as bonkers as any game that I've watched, are as enjoyable as any game I've watched in recent history. Siwan Lillicrap, your thoughts?
Yeah, I think you described it very well, Dave, during the game. It was like wacky races out there at a point. We had the touch judge diving over the edge of the pitch to try and find the ball. But yeah, I feel for Cardiff University. That's what I feel, because that second half, I actually think they had more territory and possession than Cardiff Met, especially that last 20 minutes, and they managed to get 0 points from that. You know, they scored 2 tries first half. How important maybe would have been a bonus point for them to score 4 tries today? If you count the amount of times they were held up over the line or fumbled the ball when opportunity was on, there was opportunities definitely for them to take. But credit to Cardiff Met, you know, they had a tough win on the loss on the road last week, as Lisa described, a humbling experience, but they bounced back, they put in some good effort, some good support play, and the way they move the ball is exceptional. So, you know, you've got to credit them as well on how they played.
Well, stick with us, because we'll be hearing from Lisa as well as the player of the match, Seren Singleton. Once they finished in that huddle, Jess will be down there getting all the nitty-gritty. Absolutely fascinated to hear what they've both got to say. Let's have a look at some of the best bits from the match. Then plenty of tries to talk about. Unfortunately for Cardiff Uni, they didn't manage to get the try bonus point. But all of this seems like a long, long time ago now, wasn't it, when Danai Mugabe went over after 10 minutes in the first half.
Yeah, it does, you know, and it's showing her excellence there in her power and her ability to score that try. And then off the back of that, a cat flap from Maisie Davis to Seren Singleton to Isla on the wing, well finished. You know, Cardiff Met looked, when they had possession and the ball, they looked comfortable and they looked dangerous.
Well, at this point, I really feared for Cardiff University, because Cardiff Met were growing in confidence. You had players there, we talked about her a lot, Amy Williams coming off her wing to try and make things happen, and she did, and Cardiff Met just looked sumptuous coming forward.
Yeah, definitely. You know, I loved it when they seen the back three players popping up around the park. You always want your wingers to look for work, and that's what they did. And then you see again Amy Williams popping back up on a wing to get over, and it was great footwork. And she was up there with one of the players of the game today. I thought she played exceptionally well for Cardiff Met.
And at this point, Cardiff Uni started to get something. The end of the first half, a lot like the end of the second, they tend to grow into halves, don't they?
Yeah, they absolutely did, and they grew into that first half, and that last 10 minutes of the first half, they come into it, and then Ellie Troman's one of their star players, showing her class and her resilience and determination, really, to get over that line.
And at this point, Cardiff Met comes straight back, forwards and backs intertwining, Mugabe on the end of it, but just lovely to see. A great kick chase and the confidence to play.
Yeah, off shoulders, great kick chase, offloading ball, in and out, but the support play flooding through was prominent there from Cardiff Met.
But then, Ellie Troman just showing what she's all about, magic.
Yeah, straight through the middle, that's what blows my mind. To be fair, she looks to support, feet in and out, but then went straight to the middle of it. And actually, not a bad tactic, because when you got defenders either side, it's really hard. You'll think, oh, is that player going for it? Are they going for it? And get each other's way, so a great finish from Tromans.
Well, what we're not going to see here is all of the opportunities that Cardiff Met fluffed in that second half. They could have been out of sight, but we had one from Singleton, we had one from Davis, both in close proximity, and they really put the game to bed.
Yeah, definitely. You know, I think probably two important tries actually from Met at that point, Dave. You know, consecutive drives, but from close proximity, but important tries to take that lead further away from Cardiff University.
And Cardiff huffed and puffed but couldn't blow the house down. Plenty of positives, but unfortunately no point for the Cardiff team in red. Met down there having a bit of a photo with a dinosaur. Of course, why not? Although he'd be slow in the mascot race because he hasn't got his own shoes, he's got the dinosaur feet. We're going to be hearing pitch side from Jess, who's going to be with the player of the match and the Cardiff Met coach. But before that, we'd like to say thank you to our partners at New Balance.
Let's take a look at what other big events are coming up this year in the Bucks calendar.
If it goes, and it does!
Big strike.
Molly Jessup.
And he's swept up by his teammates.
Paul Brown Bappo!
And here we go. We are underway.
Rogers.
Welcome to the greatest day of the week.
A pretty convincing 41-14 win in the end there for Cardiff Met, and I'm delighted to be joined by the winning head coach, Lisa Newton. Lisa, you promised me some sexy rugby and you delivered. That was a great match.
Yeah, there were some really nice bits in there. I think you know, the girls enjoyed the rugby that they played, and you could see that with the way they, you know, the smiles on their faces, and yeah, there was some sexy rugby, so I'm really pleased.
And this crowd, I mean, they weren't always behind you, were they? But it was an amazing atmosphere.
Yeah, listen, it's all part of the uni chants and the trash talk or whatever, but I think the girls really stepped up, and you know, all the distractions that we maybe spoke about earlier that could have taken away from our performance, they really didn't tonight.
In terms of your team's performance, what are you particularly happy about?
I think there was some real character shown. I think there was a real resilience shown, especially in that last 20 minutes, being camped on the try line there, and just the effort and the mentality for the girls to not let points be scored, and I was really, really proud of that.
Because Cardiff, you're right, absolutely, had you kind of bunkered on the try line for quite
Absolutely.
some time. But I mean, were you impressed with what you saw from them today?
Yeah, definitely. Well, listen, we were impressed the first time round as well. We know they've got talented rugby players in their team. Their background was that they've not been playing competitive rugby. We're now 10 games into the season, and let's be real, you can tell they're stepping up to the competition, and yeah, we enjoyed the battle, I guess.
Can you enjoy your Christmas dinner a bit more now, knowing that you finished the year on such a high?
Oh yeah, maybe, and then straight back into planning for next year. But yeah, no, for sure.
There's a little bit of a break now, isn't there, in January, February, and going into next year, the end of this season. What are your ambitions? I mean, you've secured your place at the top of the table. It's just a little bit more secure now.
So I think that for us as a programme, it's around how we manage our players who are involved in the Celtic Challenge, and making sure that we're providing them the best support that we can whilst they're away in that programme as well, and supporting them to do well in it, and get game time and stuff as well. So yeah, I think that's probably our biggest challenge over the next couple of weeks, and then we'll turn our focus back to business as part of a Met programme.
Well, I wish you the best of luck with it. Before you go, we're about to bring in player of the match, Sarah Singleton. Just a quick word on her. How did she perform today?
Oh, she's an absolute dog, and I love it. I think she's physicality for someone so small.
She is. Speak of the devil, and she will appear. Hi, Sarah.
Thank you.
Hi, congratulations. You're the player of the match. Your coach was just giving you some words of praise there. How do you think today went?
Yeah, I think it was really good. Reflecting on the game last week, our main focus was to connect and working our defence. So I think it definitely paid off in the last 15 minutes. We defended our try line for 15 minutes. We held them tries, so I think it really paid off.
Cardiff really challenged you today.
They did. They had some good players, some good running threats in their team. But hats off to them, they scored some really good tries as well.
And as a team performance, you must be really pleased to finish on such a high before Christmas.
Yes, that's our last game now for 9 weeks, so we want to finish on a high, and we have 41
Yeah, it's a great result. Now, how will you be celebrating tonight?
We've got a Christmas social, so we're going to have a shower now and then go out and celebrate and watch the boys.
Is it fancy dress?
Just Christmas jumpers.
Just Christmas jumpers, okay, pretty tame then. But you're sticking around to watch the men play?
Yeah, we're sticking around to watch the men play.
Oh, really pleased to hear. Well, congratulations.
Thank you.
You're today's player of the match.
Thank you.
Now, thank you so much for your company so far today, but don't go anywhere just yet, because at 6:40 the men will be kicking off. Cardiff Met have won. They are the queens of the Cardiff Clash. Can Cardiff Met make it 2 from 2, or will Cardiff be here to settle the score? Get cosy, don't go anywhere, and I'll see you in just a minute.